The only major issue I have, and we guys discussed this a few days ago, I think the decision to opt out of the bowl game is a horrible look. Um, and I've seen this a few times in the past where teams get screwed, and I get it, you're frustrated and whatnot, but I think there's two ways to deal with it. And I'm going to bring up two examples, both with my Georgia Bulldogs. In 2018, and by the way, when I say these examples, I don't think they got screwed. I actually think the CFP made the right call to leave them out both of these times. I'm just using how they reacted to it. In 2018, they missed the CFP because they lost the SEC championship game to Alabama. How did they respond a few weeks later in the Sugar Bowl against Texas, guys? They laid down. They didn't do shit. They lost to a team they should have beaten, and they were too busy crying on Twitter about how they were victims and how the CFP totally screwed them. And then when the time came to show what they were made of, they laid down and died. 2023, Georgia goes 12-0. They lose the SEC championship game again to Alabama by a field goal. They play a few weeks later against FSU, and they win 63-3. Now, I know that was a game where FSU had 22 opt-outs. I understand that. But still, they went out. They did their business. They were pissed off, and they took it out on the team they played. I see a program like Clark Lee's Vanderbilt, where he comes out and says, we're playing this last game. This is a big opportunity for our guys. We missed because it was our fault. We didn't do enough, and we're going to go out there on the field and kind of do our thing. So when I saw the decision to opt out, I thought that was a really poor look. In my opinion, the best way to show you're pissed off, at the CFP, show the CFP that they got it wrong, isn't to, sit out and protest. I don't think that does anything except make you look bad to pretty much everyone else. The way to do it is go out there, play that bowl game, and smack whoever you're playing. I assume it would have been BYU, right? Go out and beat BYU, 31-14 or something like that. And you say, oh, that's a really good Notre Dame team. They kind of got, the short end of the stick, especially if Alabama loses their first game. But there's nothing they can prove, guys, when they're at home on the couch, complaining that they didn't make it. So